Hey Fast, I'm Alexis and this is
Xavier.
and today we're gonna explain and help you understand more about symbols and motifs.
Also, we're going to show you the true meanings of both words and how to differentiate one another. So first off, what even is a symbol? Symbol can be images, sounds, words, or even ideas that have a bigger meaning behind them to what is shown or said. It can be an action done, keywords, or even logos that we see in our daily lives. Every symbol helps us understand the main idea in a text or the theme.
For example, the Ellie badge in the movie Up is a symbol because it represents something else than just grape soda. It used to be the memory of Carl's wife, but he gave it to Russell after she gave it to him, and that represents how much he cares about the little kid. So the little kid now understands that he really cares about him. So now, what are motifs? Motifs are the repetition of a symbol to help explain the meaning of the theme and the main idea of a story. They help the reader understand and comprehend the main idea of the story by being repeated and easily understandable.
For example, the Mockingjay in Hunger Games was given to Katniss Everdeen, and this object constantly came up, which made it a motif and not a symbol. So Alexi, now can you tell me the difference between a motif and a symbol?
Okay, so a motif has multiple occurrences in the story, and that's the one you really gotta remember because it's the main difference between the two. A motif also can be a theoretical concept or idea, and a motif can change over time in the story. Now the symbol. The symbol only has a few occurrences, and mostly it's one or two in the story. And it's almost always a physical object, or a place, or a character. And under no circumstances can a symbol change over time in the story.
So now, for our next segment, the quiz. And you may wonder, where's my colleague been at? He got sick. It's fine. He's gonna be alright. But back to the quiz. The quiz is gonna be questions about symbols and motive. There's gonna be two images, and you have to guess the answer correctly of which one is which. But with that, as we have a special guest coming onto the show, and his name is Raoul. Give him a round of applause.
What up, squad? It's me, Raul. I'm about to answer some questions, and I'm gonna do amazing at this quiz because I'm the best.
So Raoul, how come you know a lot about symbols and motives?
I just watched your guys' presentation, and now I know a lot about motifs and symbols, and I think I'm gonna do well in this quiz.
Okay, Raoul, let's get started. So now we have our first two images: Harry Potter's scar and Iron Man's old suit coat. Now, Raoul, can you tell me which one of these is a symbol and which one of this is a motive and why?
I think the symbol between these two is Iron Man's old suit coat because it wasn't just a suit coat, it was his whole past and what he did in the suit. And I remember this one scene in Harry Potter when he threw it away, and I'm pretty sure it meant that he threw it all away with his past memories and what he did in the suit. It wasn't just the coat, he threw away the memories that he had in that suit. And now the motive, I think it's Harry Potter's scar because it comes up like a lot of times in the story. It doesn't just happen once. Meanwhile, in this scene, he just throws it away once. But Harry Potter's scar comes up almost like every hour or so. But yeah, that's why I think that Iron Man's old suit coat is the symbol and Harry Potter's scar is the motive.
Wow, Howard, you were very good at this. You got the first two right. But now, moving on to the next one, we have red balloon in it. The red balloon that it carries with him, and Ghostbusters. Now, which one is which?
I think the motive between these two examples is the red balloon. It is the motive because like all the time in this movie, the red balloon just appears and it means that the clown is watching them. And I know it's a motive because it happens all the time. It's not just this one occasion or this one or twice. One or twice. Yeah, once. Yeah.
Wow, Howard, you are very good at this. You got the first two right. But now, we have red balloon in the movie It and Ghostbusters. Which one is which and why?
I think the motive between these two examples is the red balloon in It because it happens like all the time where there's just a red balloon and that indicates that the clown is watching them. And that basically guarantees that it's a motive because in your presentation you said that when it happens most of the time in the story, you know it's a motive. And I think the symbol is the Ghostbusters because if I show you this, you already know it's Ghostbusters. I don't have to tell you it's this Ghostbuster thing. which means that it's a symbol because it has a deeper meaning behind just the image.
Oh my god, Raul, you're on a roll. You got both questions right. Also, Xavier had to go because of an emergency, so I'm back. So now it's Alexis and Raul. So Raul, since you got both questions right, you should get this one too. And so which one of these two is the motif and which one is the symbol?
I think here the desert of Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker's hometown, is a symbol because when we look at the movie, he thinks his home is a comforting place, and when he leaves it, he always thinks about his home, but he only goes once back to his hometown, and he sees his mom not there. So we see the true meaning behind Anakin Skywalker's hometown, and we only see it once or twice even. And so that means light and darkness is the motive, because in Romeo and Juliet, light and darkness, Romeo refers to Juliet as his son, a bright sun. And with both families in a feud, we see that Romeo and Juliet is love, and their family feuding is like hate. So it's like darkness and light. And Romeo and Juliet always reoccurs that theme and light and darkness. So I think that's why that is a motive.
3 out of 3, Raul. You're so good. You are amazing at this. So now, which one of these two is the motif and the symbol?
Wow, I was just saying that. That's easy one. A dove is for sure the symbol, because when you see a dove, you think of peace, relaxation, and calm. And even I can reference that to the Bible. And in the Bible, you don't see it often, but when you see it, it represents peace and calmness. But on the other hand, the stepmother in Cinderella, she is a mean woman who appears often and always tries to make a bad impression on Cinderella. So, like we said, if it happens often, that's a motive. So that's why it's a motive, the stepmother in Cinderella.
4 out of 4 for Raul. You might be the best guest to ever take this quiz.
You.
4 out of 4 for Raul. You might be the best guest to ever take this quiz. Raul, you are very good at this.
Yeah, well, you know, because of your presentation, it was very easy to understand the difference between a symbol and a motive. So it was easy for me to differentiate both of them.
Well, now Raul, your interview's over. I'm sorry, but you gotta go, man.
It was a pleasure.
See you, Raul. Oh, Xavier, come back. We're about to conclude our lesson.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I hope you guys all learned something new thanks to our presentation. You now can identify symbols and motives.
And also, how to find them in a text and how to differentiate one another. Because we're going to need them when we are reading books and watching movies.
Goodbye.